Good evening and welcome back to another session of object oriented programming. In this session, we will cover how we can use pointers to object and arrays of object. In this video, we'll cover these 2 points. So, first of all, let's create some class and then we will see how we can create array of object and pointers to object. Let's create a student class student and use let's declare some variables like int serial number and a string name. Let's use a public constructor student and serial number. Let's give it some default values like this 0 and string name is equal to uh, CV string. Since uh, we don't have any specific name as the default argument, I am giving unknown and initialize them. Serial number is equal to S, name is equal to N. So this is our constructor. Let's create a destructor also, student, and print object destroyed end line. Now let's create a method to show the student details. Cout student serial number is equal to serial number and student name is equal to name. So this is our class, a simple class. Now let's write our main method. Okay, inside the main method, we'll create the objects. Uh, Today, in place of creating a single object, we'll create an array of object like this. How we can create the array of object? We can create array of object like this: students. We will have three values like this. We'll create three objects like this, and student, call the constructor, suppose Shivansh 20, comma student branch 21 student suppose Himanshu and closing brackets, and that's it. Okay, so we have created three objects. We have created an array of three objects. Now how we can access the individual object of this array? We can access in using the for loop. Int I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So you can see we have already called the constructors. Now we need to call the show method. We will call show method and like this, student I dot show, and that's it. Return 0, and this is our program. So this way we can create array of object. Let's try to code it quickly using our online compiler. Let's remove all this stuff. Class student. In the student class we have declared serial number and name. In the public section use constructor student and s serial number is equal to say 0. I'm giving some initial value, some default value, string n is equal to unknown and serial number is equal to s and name is equal to n. After the constructor I am writing the destructor student, simply print a message, see out object destroyed, and that's it. Let's write a show method or display method and print the details of the student. Serial number is equal to serial number and name is equal to name. Now this is our class. Now let's write main method. Inside main method let's create a array of students. Student student 3 is equal to student serial number 1 and say Shivansh student serial number 2 branch serial number student serial number 3 and say Ane. Now let's write a for loop. Int I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, and call the display method, call the show method on each object. So that's it. Return 0. Now let's try to run this. I'm getting some error. Uh, okay, we have to use double quotes here. In place of single quotes, we have to use double quotes. Now let's run. I think now it should run fine. So, okay. So this is serial number 1, Shivansh, serial number 2, Rudransh, serial number 3, Amay. And when all the objects go out of scope, all the 3 objects will be destroyed. So this is how we can use array of objects. Now let's see how we can use pointer to object. Pointer to object. I will take very simple example. Let's create a class test and simply variable a in the public section. I will use getter and setter. Like I'm not using constructor here. Rather we will use the set method void set a int a. Here both the name of this member variable and local variable are same, so we will use this keyword to differentiate. And I also need a show method to display this value of it. Cout a is equal to a. That's it. This is my simple class. Now I will write. Now let's write its main method. This is the first version of main method. How do we access these class members? We simply create the object of the class like this test t. Then using either we construct the members of class either using constructor or some setter methods like this. So here I will use t dot set a 5 and t dot show. Simple, right? This is our traditional method. Now what if I want to create a pointer to object? Pointer to object we can create using dynamic memory allocation like this. Test t is equal to new test. Now we have to access this set a method and show. So I will use set a method like this. Whenever we use pointer to object, we will use this arrow operator, right? So T A is equal to 10, and then we can print T show return 0. So this is our pointer to object, right? So both of these main methods are valid, and we can use any of them with this class. Let's try to code this using our compiler, online compiler, for better understanding. So we will use class test, class test, and a public. We'll use a method void set a int a. Okay. This a is equal to a. Now use a show method to display the value of a. See out a is equal to a, right? Let's remove this code and try to access the. Let's create a new object, test. uh, Use test start t is equal to new test, and t dot, sorry, t arrow operator. You set a method to set the value of a, suppose 10, and t dot, sorry, again, show. So in this example, I have created a simple class test. Inside the test class, we have used a uh, variable a, private variable a, and in the public section we have created two methods, set a and show. Set a is used to initialize the value of a, and show method to print the value of a. This is our dynamic memory allocation. We have created a pointer to the object. This is t, and this is how we can use how we access the member of the class using the pointer to object. So whenever we have pointer to object, we will access the class members using the arrow operator, and whenever we have the object, we will access the class members using the dot operator. So I think this is the object, a is equal to 10. This is the output, a is equal to 10. So I think this video has cleared your doubts, your your concepts regarding how we can create the classes, how we create class, how we, we can create arrays of pointers, and how we can use the pointer to object. So thank you very much. In the next video, I will come with some different topic. Thank you.